favorite flavor was the one with the
Good evening. People try to have conversations at 6:59. No, I'm just joking. Hey, it is Ole School with Mark and Ashley. We are live here in Byhalia, Mississippi. Mark Lambert, how you doing?
Cooking it up.
Cooking it up. What we got going on tonight, man?
Fish tacos, fish on the half shell.
Yeah.
It's both. It's all red, and it's a red snapper and a red fish,
Red
which is red drum.
snapper and red fish. Gotcha.
And it's on the grill. You see it smoking away. We got all but 2 pieces of snapper done. There's 2 pieces of vermilion snapper, and the rest is red snapper.
Now tell me what the
fish.
difference is.
So in the snapper family, there's a bunch of different types. There's yours, red snapper. It's most common.
Yeah.
You've got a vermilion snapper that they call a beeliner that's got yellow eyes. He's got yellow stripes. And you've got a mutton snapper. And the mutton snapper is a little bigger, and he's got a different looking head, more of a cone, more of a pronounced nose, if you will, like you'd think mutton would have.
Yeah.
And you've got a lane snapper that's a little more pink with yellow in it.
Okay.
You've got a mangrove snapper.
Bunch of the snappers.
They're all different.
How about the whipper?
Whippersnapper.
Whippersnapper?
Whippersnapper.
Come on, man. Get with me, man.
I'm thinking too literal here. And then, so each one of them live, and they're all reef fish. And each one of them live, some of them live deep, some of them live more toward Florida, some of them live more, widespread, like red snapper's widespread.
Yeah.
Beeliners, you'll get in deeper water. Lane and mutton snapper, you'll get in deeper water. Lane and mutton snapper, you'll get more further east. So, depending on where you go, we caught these in Louisiana, so Louisiana waters.
Yeah. We have one of our, speaking of fishing, we have one of our guys from Shields watching tonight. He is a fishing expert in Shields let me see if I can get this right. Somewhere in Montana. Billings, Montana? No, not Billings.
Helena?
Helena, wasn't it?
No, it was Grand Rapids. Grand Rapids, Montana? Is that right? Nick will tell me real quick.
That sounds right.
Yeah. So,
Hey,
Julian was from.
tell me what kind of snapper that is.
Woo, that's gonna be some good looking snapper
On a half shell.
On the half shell. This is a redfish,
Yeah.
and the snapper are the bigger, wider pieces.
So, yeah, Great Falls.
Sorry?
Great Falls,
Yes.
Montana. That's where it
Great
is.
Falls. There you go.
Great Falls.
Grand Rapids is Michigan, and
Yeah.
Rapid City, South Dakota.
They named that town after what would happen if I rode a skateboard. Great Falls.
Epic.
Epic Falls. It was taken. Julian was from Billings. That's right. There was 2 guys on my team from Montana and one from Des Moines, Iowa. Man, we had a good time up there in Fargo. It wasn't easy to get there, but we got there, didn't we, Lambert?
Yeah, I was wondering.
It was. What is that? Come here and look at this.
Come on, bring that in here.
Dusty Wally's showing out, boy.
Mr.
We
Wally.
got the salsa on it.
God, look at the mango sauces.
Fish on this side and trip right there.
What
Good,
is
really good.
this,
Kind of fish these
man? Come on.
One of them's shrimp.
Where we have thawed out.
Look how bright
What's
that
the fish,
is.
Sal?
Whatever fish.
Just fish?
I think it's a mixture of tilapia, Spanish mackerel, and white trout, sand trout.
Hey, y'all talk about Taco Tuesday. It's Taco Thursday up in this place. Good gracious, this looks good.
Oh, that is nice.
Now, what kind of fish is that?
Red snapper.
Snapper and red drum.
That's
Oh,
beautiful
both.
fish.
Both.
And I'm not a fish fan, but that looks amazing.
Man. Dusty Wally knocked it out of the park on this one, man.
Well, that's all that Dusty knows how to do.
He got one mode.
He's an
and it is-
overachiever.
It is grand slam. That's it. That looks good right there. We're making fish tacos tonight too, Nick said.
If there's a pan or a bowl, Dusty Wally is filling it up.
He is overlapping it.
Only man that can put 2 quarts in a 1 quart pot.
Exactly what I was about to say. Holly Jabera is working on the most extravagant guacamole I've
She
ever
said
seen.
it's a Swedish chef style. throwing stuff and
Yeah, good gracious.
All that cheese.
Yeah. I'd
It looked.
make sure to wash down that end of the kitchen over there.
there's gonna be shrapnel.
It'd be shrapnel all over the place.
Whoa, look at that guac.
I might want some salt.
You need salt?
Probably.
Here.
It looks good.
Look, look.
Smoked salt going in there.
This is smoked salt, garlic, and pepper.
Yeah.
Oh, shrapnel, I told you.
All over the place. Of course you wanted some avocado on your foot.
There you go.
Yeah.
I thought so.
Chris Lytle, the best hog cooker ever.
Oh, God.
It's easy. But
All right.
you're training Tim Brown.
It's easy to cook a
It's so easy to cook a
All
hog.
right, who's eating? Who wants the tacos? Fish taco, shrimp
Jenny-
taco,
Jenny knows.
taco.
No, it doesn't.
Taco.
You can't just like willy-nilly insult the world champion and
That's
think it's
good
just
guac.
going to stay somewhere.
Poland? It's easy to
Shrimp,
cook a
please.
hog.
It's easy to cook a whole
That's good
hog.
guac, man.
That rock is good.
Man, that's that good.
I want to take a piece of that fish and just put some guacamole on top of
Let
it.
me take care of you. Allow me. Excuse me while I whipped it out.
I knew you were going to say that. I knew you were going to
Thanks.
say
That-
that.
that
No one's going there,
That
didn't you?
movie's gonna flash in my head for the rest of the night.
I knew it. I knew it. Like-
Howard Johnson is right.
Thank
Thank you, man.
Howard Johnson is right.
I could almost book that whole movie.
Like
Me too.
this.
Oh my gosh.
They
Like,
said you was on.
They was right.
oh my gosh.
What these are. What are these, Mark?
Actually, my grandmother was.
Oh, this is Crane Attraction Ranch, and that's Ken's Ranch.
I want to try that.
Shrimp,
I want to.
Taco.
shrimp or fish?
Fish. On my inner Mike Brown tonight.
Hey man, it happens like that, baby.
Yeah,
Chris
buddy.
Lytle says, "I bet it's harder to cook those tacos than it is to cook a whole hog."
Fish.
You get a whole hog around where you can still do a pickle.
You want to need hot sauce? We got hot sauce too.
Nope,
Very easy.
it doesn't need it.
Don't need it? I wouldn't think with Dusty Wally you need it.
No.
Got that big fruit in there.
Oh, how's that hitting?
Hitting all the right spots, man.
He got quiet.
Which one?
I'm gonna tell you.
Sometimes people.
I'm going on some of this here vermilion snapper.
That guacamole,
Bussin'?
right?
Yes.
Oh, I figured Holly ought to, especially if she went straight up Swedish chef style and just threw it together.
I don't even need
Yeah.
Birdie, birdie,
That's right.
I did that. Where's it from?
Shrimp's good, dude. Not overcooked. Love it.
So we cooked on those Yoder smokers out there, Mark.
Mark, where's your pizza from?
And
Please, sir. Can I have one, please?
Which one?
actually,
Which
I
one?
cooked on a Yoder
Fish,
smoker.
taco.
Fish, taco, and avocado.
I cooked on a Yoder smoker. Mark cooked on a Yoder charcoal grill, flat top.
Fish.
One it in.
Not too many
Yeah.
people can cook a
Taco.
brisket on a
See,
flat top charcoal grill.
Yeah, we did brisket on a charcoal grill. It was pretty good.
Piece of the red and a little piece of the snapper. I
That's
want to give
good.
them both
I'll-
a try.
yeah,
I'll leave
all
them
right.
for other folks.
He can have half of this. Mark, honestly, he can have half that.
You don't want it all.
Oh well,
Yeah, you got it.
I was
Yeah,
being
well,
nice.
now.
Oh, 5, 4, 3. Okay.
I didn't hear a real bad contact.
No,
Oh my god.
Buck caught it before it.
About half of that worked.
Huh.
Okay. This is the red.
That's the red fish, the red drum.
Oh, wait.
So we do have some new people out there watching. Mainly we just talk a little bit and we eat a little bit. Most of the time,
Talking,
a little talking, a little eating. Most of the time, it takes a little minute for our food to get ready because we cook in the middle of the show. But
Sometimes we start early.
sometimes we start early, and glad we did. This fish was good, and Mark was cooking the fish, so we kind of needed him to start early. What?
Which one? Grab it.
Well, if we got
Fish
some
over here,
new-
shrimp over
If
here.
there's new viewers after that, I need to whip up something next week.
No.
We're good. We're good. Thanks.
So we'll be
I like them.
negative
Yes.
subscribers.
Wow.
It better be hot wings.
Needs to be
That is rather boring.
something carnivore friendly, maybe. So Mark will try.
Yeah, that's right. I will make it.
Because
That's-
Fruit Loops is not carnivore friendly.
So this, y'all, is redfish. Now this is just barely a keeper redfish.
There y'all.
Keeper redfish are going to be, I think now they have to be 18 inches long, which is not a monster redfish. But
Guacamole is a good fat. Go ahead.
so this, take the fillet off of the fish, and then you just fillet the bones out of the skin. This goes on with some Riley's Firefly dust, and we take a little mixture, whip up a little liquid butter, some Italian dressing, some lemon juice, and a little hot sauce. And then it goes skin side down. You don't have to flip it. Leave it skin side down. That's that protective barrier that you're seeing that's all black. And then as soon as the fish, hits that 120-degree mark somewhere in there and starts to split, then we just spoon on a little bit of that finishing sauce. And that's it. It's easy, easy, easy. It's great. It's kind of like, I think it was spawned out of camp food. People go fishing in the marsh. They don't have a lot of different sides and things to go, so they're going to eat a steak, they're going to eat a piece of fish, and they want it simple, so they learn they can just throw it straight on the grill. Don't have to flip it without a lot of extra crazy ingredients, and it comes out amazing.
Yeah, Krigler's asking, is guacamole part of the
No,
diet?
it's not.
Well,
It's not.
avocado is not a bad vegetable,
But it is not carnivore.
it's kind of dirty carnivore.
It is ketovore, what they call it.
The guy who picked it was a carnivore. How's that?
Charles Martin, how you doing, man? Back with us, the old hippie in the house from backwoods, Georgia.
But I'm like you. I'm not that big of a stickler. A little bit of high-fat avocado.
I think
I don't think it's a bad thing.
I'm gonna need another one of them.
Come on.
Oh, thank you.
That's let me get all that. Let me get that low. There we go. So, besides the airplane rides, what was your favorite part of the whole Shields experience?
Sound like you're being facetious.
Oh, I was on that part. I need some more of that avocado.
About that much snapper. Just a little bit. Yep. Just one try.
I've seen you get 2 hats. That means you pretty much wanted a whole piece.
Nope. Well, I wanted to try both.
Oh,
See which one I like better. I think it's going to be a snapper.
You'd be surprised.
yeah.
But redfish on the half shell is hard to beat.
Yeah.
Yep.
So is crappie.
Yeah, I've done crappie on the half shell. It's good too.
Yeah.
Yep. I like the snapper better.
So Mark, what was your favorite part of that whole experience, man?
Oh, I don't know. That snapper is better.
It's got
Wow.
a buttery kick on the back.
Wow, that's better.
I do like it better. That's just me. Everybody
My
likes
favorite
it better.
part of the whole Shields deal.
That's good snapper.
Well, obviously, cooking pork,
Yeah.
because that's my
So
wheelhouse.
tell us the concept of what you eat and what you do.
So when you go up there, these are Shields employees from all over. And these employees aren't all necessarily barbecue experts. They may be cross-training from fishing or hunting. And they're trying to train up so that they can take relief in those different places. So I had two mainly fishing guys. They were fishing experts. So they come in and they apply, and they send these guys from all their different stores, and they pair them up with different representatives from different vendors, like whether it be Traeger or Yoder or OWS or another private spice or sauce vendor. They pair them up.
Shields is a store.
It is a souped-up sporting goods store.
Okay.
Like
One
you
with
think
Ferris
Bass
wheel?
Pro is nice?
Mhm.
Yeah.
It's way on over that.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
way nicer than Bass Pro.
And they dedicate all this time and effort to educate their employees.
So if you had a
if
if you had a barbecue guy that ran the barbecue department, they're probably gonna send him to long range shooting, and so they're gonna go and they're gonna send them with experts from Swarovski and Remington and Tika and all the manufacturers, all the rifles and bullets, and they're gonna go shoot long range so that they can speak intelligently about optics and loads and different types of rifles, and they're gonna they can help cross train and sell those
Makes
things.
great sense.
They'll go to Winter Sports Academy. They'll go to Skiing Academy. They'll go to Fishing Academy, the Hunting Academy. All those different. They have the same thing. They do them all over. And they got people that dedicate just to that to bring in the experts and organize it, and then arrange all of the applications for people
So
to
I
come.
take it you were the barbecue expert.
We're barbecues,
All right.
so they come in and
then they selected me to do it. I don't really know where I fit in that deal.
well, he knows 10 times more than most of those guys. That's all that matters.
Yep.
And those guys, they learned a ton. But when they brought us in, Yoder is the one that brought us. And they wanted us to come and show people how to cook on charcoal, how to cook on pellets, teach them about the different types of grills, why to use an offset or a pellet grill, or why to use a charcoal grill, and talk to them intelligently about how to set them up, how to use them, how to clean them, all that. So they brought us there for that. And during that time, they give us a Wagyu Gold Snake River brisket and a Double R Ranch brisket. And then we train them on how to trim it, how to cook it.
Oh, wow.
And then we slice it and turn in pieces of it. And then we also create a dish of it, and all their friends and family show up and they do People's Choice Awards. They all come and taste it.
Okay.
Oh, that was what the trophies were for.
Yeah. Then the next day they do the same thing with pork and ribs. So they'll give you 2 pork butts, 2 slabs of ribs, and you do the same thing with the pork. And they learn about pork and how to cook that on the same. They use the same equipment, but they change shift gears and do People's Choice with the pork butt and turn in the ribs for contest.
Well, these guys can have that experience of using that, not only using that equipment, but using the rubs and the sauces and say, hey, I met that guy. They sell all our rubs. They sell Boar's Night Out. They sell Sweet Swine of Mine and a lot of others. I mean, like a whole wall of barbecue. And so to be able to have that experience to say, hey, I was in a barbecue competition and I used this Yoder smoker right here, and we did a brisket, and we did a Boston butt, and we did ribs, and this is how we did. And hey,
With
this sweet swine,
world
this sweet
champion.
swine of mine guy, I met him. He's cool, and his little friend, he brought her along with him. He's all right too.
Oh, man.
And so it was a great experience all the way around. And
Other than getting there.
other than getting there,
Well, Fargo is out of the way. That's for sure.
it is. When you think you're out of the way, keep going.
I went to college 70 miles north of there.
Oh, okay.
Grand
Well,
Forks.
you were out of the way.
Oh, we knew Grand Forks, yeah.
Yeah,
Keep
that's
in
why
mind, there's a
they're
limited number of flights into there. And when they really amp up the number of people that want to get there, as in they're having an event, it's ugly.
Oh,
So it's hard to get all those people
They
there.
looked at us on that Monday and said, "There's no way you're getting there today.
Mm.
There's no way."
I said, okay, wait a little more.
So you just
There was
sat at the
one
airport?
plane.
So you just
there
sat
was
at the
one-
airport?
No, we didn't even go on that Monday.
Mm.
There was one plane that was delayed Monday morning in Memphis going to Chicago. We were going to miss our flight from Chicago to Fargo. There was no sense in going to Chicago if we weren't going to be able to fly.
That's right.
Right?
Right.
So we scratched all that idea and went to and flew the next day, but we had to add another plane. So we went from Memphis to Detroit to Minnesota to Fargo.
That's the old Northwest Airlink.
I mean,
Yeah. Delta
It was
had,
Delta.
It had to be Delta. They bought them. So, yeah.
Nick says Nick was on my team. He's right here watching. He said, "Thank you, James. We do our best." Oh, James Krigler. Oh, Krigler, yeah. Their employees are way better than Bass Pro. Instead of running from you, they seek you out and help you. And
This is true.
Nick says this. He says, "Thank you. We do our best, and we get the best training in the world from experts like Mark and Ashley."
So when you go into one of those places, man, just good luck making it, 20 yards without somebody. I'm going to call it accosting you, but that ain't the way it is. It's like, hey, man, thanks for coming. What can I help you get?
Thanks for coming.
And they're
to Shields.
genuine about it.
What can I help you with? And they're, like you said, they're not like Bass Pro or Lowe's or whatever. They're like, they know what they're talking about because they've been well trained.
I passed a dude on the escalator going down, and I said, he's on the phone. Somebody said something. He didn't say nothing. I said, he's on the phone. And, man, it wasn't like 5 seconds. That dude was walking down the escalator going, hey, guys, you doing all right?
Yeah.
Got the phone over here.
Yeah.
Wow.
And so all their leadership of their stores are great people. They just put on a top-notch program, and where they had breakout sessions with, if you had a peg in that store, you had in the barbecue section, you had an opportunity to talk to these employees that were going to sell your product. And it's just the right way to do things.
And then you flew home.
And
then what'd you do?
Flew home and went straight to South Haven Spring Fest and
You mean
prepped.
straight.
I mean, straight left the airport and went straight to the park. And it was around noon. And then we prepped, the KCBS meats for Boar's Night Out.
Which we could have omitted that whole thing, come to find out.
What?
We could have not gone and prepped anything and been just as good.
Oh, okay. I see what you mean. And then, and then we cooked 275 steaks at the church that night.
If you want to call it that.
Yeah.
More resembled like that duck you're looking for.
Yeah. They were not the best quality of steaks, but we cooked a bunch of them.
We made it happen.
Charles says we got a big barbecue cook off every year. It's called the Pig Jig. Yeah, very familiar. It's coming up.
Just a little barbecue.
Yeah, it's just a little barbecue cook off. Yeah. Yeah, a few. Yeah, a few. So that was our Fargo experience, man. I hope maybe one day we'll get to go back. But it was a great experience. What you eating there?
Ham
Off that Sammy.
Mm-hmm.
How did those Boar's Night Out guys do in Spring Fest?
Oh,
They
we
killed it.
Yeah, they
Did all right. Finaled in whole hog. Finaled in pulled pork. I'm not sure where we fell on ribs. Oh, okay. We won't talk about those. All right. And so
Never mind.
I got some hand signals that we won't talk about those.
About ribs?
About ribs, yeah. Those ribs were
They look
like
like mine.
real thick,
They were thick.
like this. They didn't look good in the box.
What about chili?
I heard somebody won chili.
2 years in a row.
Yeah,
Two
Michelle
people.
Poland.
People are throwing things at her now when she goes through there.
Yeah,
Rocks.
they're gonna hide her chili spoon.
Right.
But yeah, we had a good time. Perfect weather for
Oh,
South
and it
Haven
was
Spring
supposed
Fest.
to rain.
Yes, it was
You
nice.
can't get
That was
much
one
better.
little rain.
It rained a little bit on Friday, I was told, and then
Rained a
And
duck
it
on
kinda-
Saturday.
But yeah,
and then it's kind of settled out. But we had a good time.
don't want that one. But don't want that.
Let's see what else we got. So we got Memphis in May. This little
And then on
contest.
Sunday, absolutely freaking nothing.
Oh, we got like this. I got like that right
Horizontal.
there, and I didn't do much.
We went to go load up.
Yeah.
And left like 3 girls there thinking somebody be there with a forklift or something.
No, none of that.
Ghost town, wasn't it?
G-Man in Austin.
Yeah,
That's all
Tumbleweeds.
I have to say. My son was.
Those two wiry guys like manhandling a backwoods competitor.
Yeah.
Ah,
yeah. So in a couple weeks, we got this thing called Memphis in May
yep.
World Championship.
Coming up.
Yeah. So another opportunity for Mark Lambert and team to go out there and get seeking for number 8, right?
That's right.
Just to put out the best product you possibly can. Lord's willing,
And hope you land on a good table.
and everything hits.
Looking for 5 years in a row perfect score in wings.
Yes, and maybe that'll be a world championship. Sometimes it
Sometimes
it hits,
perfect score
sometimes
is
it doesn't.
Ashley's going to cook a steak.
Ashley is going to cook a steak. Oh, Nick reminded us that Mark won the KCBS judged ribs at the Porkapalooza at
right.
Shields.
Yep.
So he
I hope
did win that, and his team. And my team took third in our pulled pork People's Choice. We had to come up with the with a one bite, or some people did more than one bite, but had to come up with a bite for pulled pork and how to serve that. So I did a Ritz cracker with a little elote salad with pulled pork and a little. Did we do candied jalapenos on
We did
that?
a regular jalapeno.
I did a regular jalapeno on that, a little bit of barbecue sauce,
Mm-hmm. It was yum.
and it was a good bite.
Real good.
It was a good bite.
That salad, that corn salad was spot on.
Yeah, and I mean,
Is that Sam's Club?
yeah, I was gonna say Sam Walton helped make
It was
that.
groovy,
It
man.
was,
I mean,
it was
woo.
real good, man. It was real good. We had a good time. We had a good time with that. My
Yeah,
guys,
it's cool. They had the vendors of giving them all kinds of cool prizes, stuff to take home, thermometers and knives and all kinds of cool stuff.
we got some good prizes too.
Mm-hmm.
Got a Benchmade gave us a meat crafter knife. It was very nice, and then I got hooked up with. I'm gonna put out a video here later this week, probably tomorrow, that or Monday, of Fireboard. The guy from Fireboard hooked me up with some product. I'd never used Fireboard before, but they connect directly to the Yoder smokers, and so it's a really nice setup.
The Yoder actually has a fireboard control in it.
Built in, yeah.
That's
Exactly.
the control that they sell it with.
Yep, exactly. So really nice, nice system. Got some wireless probes there. Got some a little block system that holds holds 6 wired probes. So.
And then speaking of thermometers, we got a little sponsorship from Thermopro
Yeah, you did.
from Memphis and May. They provide us with some hats and aprons and lots of different thermometers to show off on their social media. For some of them with wires, some are wireless. They got a lot of different ones. But anyway, they wanted some social media love at Memphis and May, so a few of us are doing that for Thermopro.
Hey, for y'all, speaking of social media, and I'm not just saying this just to say it, but if y'all see our stuff out there, please share,
Subscribe.
repeat, comment,
Follow.
subscribe, follow, all the things, because you do not know how much that helps. And then if you are a follower of our social media and you don't watch our videos, that almost hurts. So I don't know that people recognize that in the algorithm, that almost hurts us as our videos. And I'm not pleading that with anybody. I'm just letting you know how it works. That if our own followers don't watch it, it won't be pushed to other people. So if you're a friend of ours, if you're a follower of ours already, please watch our videos.
Yeah, if you look on there, most of your views are not from subscribers, and it doesn't get promoted as much.
Yeah, that's right. Because they think if your own friends don't like it, why would other people like it? Right? So please, y'all go like, share, follow, all that kind of good stuff. And that's my
Most
social
of my
media.
friends are tired of watching me.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, they're watching somebody else.
They want to watch the yard pimp.
Stale cracker.
Yeah.
That's right. Jana, oh, it's so good to see you. I can't wait to see you next. We sure miss you too. Wish we had another Cajun day.
We're going to.
We're going to one day.
We're going to have another Cajun.
And that picture right out there, wasn't that the Cajun?
Mhm.
Yeah, that was Cajun day. And Jana won that burner
Oh,
out
that's
there.
right.
That's right. That Manny donated. Sure did.
Sure did. Been a beautiful day here in Byhalia. Not too hot.
Been nice.
We've been clearing some land up here still, and Brian Grant. Is he guy that he cooks with hometown, doesn't he? Is that Brian Grant? Dusty. Is Brian Grant the young guy that cooks with you? Is that where I know that name from? Yeah, Brian. Yep. All right. Hey, Brian. We'll see you in a couple weeks, man. My mom and dad always watch. That's good.
My mom and dad usually do.
Yeah.
Or show up.
They'll show up.
Show up.
Yeah.
I gotta get off that stove.
Here, I'll take it for a little bit.
You go ahead and trade it out. I was looking like a busted can of biscuits. Oh. I'm off camera. It's not as wide or something over here today. I don't know what it is. Did it turn? Oh, I think it did turn a little bit.
Buck was sniffing around.
Oh, Buck turned it. He was trying to get me off camera. I got you. Let's see.
What's coming up next after that? Let's see.
Well, we got Memphis in May move in,
Then Memorial Day.
and then Memorial Day, and then hot.
Hot.
Yeah, that's what happens.
And then no more barbecuing
and then
for 3 months.
we're gonna lay
We
down.
shouldn't, but I
Well,
think we probably will.
Not this guy.
we're going to Galax,
It ain't hot there though.
but it ain't hot there. But you can't say we're not gonna barbecue for 3 months.
Not competitively other than Galax.
Yeah,
In the heat.
In
the heat.
No.
So
Ain't happening.
the beautiful hills of Virginia are cool in July, and that's when we go.
Well, there is a state cook-off in June in Tunica.
Ooh,
Yeah. No way.
Catfish,
Ah.
margarita.
I don't know what's gonna be worse, the humidity or the skeeters.
Equally.
Equally bad.
And then there's that Compton Hot Springs, June 1st.
Yeah,
I think, or June very first
Yeah.
weekend.
yeah.
Going on the river was last year.
Yeah.
Grilling on the river
I'll be
is a
floating on
Oh,
the river.
sugar
is a
Sugar
sugar
tree?
tree is a warm one.
Yes.
I did well. I was very happy, but I was very happy to get
If you're able to head to Georgia
Yeah.
get air conditioning.
That's
at the end of May, go get signed up for Riley Wright's graduation party.
That's
And
Memorial Day weekend, isn't it?
No, I think it's the
it's
one
the week
after.
before.
It's like the 30-31 somewhere.
That's
in there.
Memorial Day weekend.
No,
No,
it's the week
Memorial.
before that.
Memorial Day's week.
No, her thing is the week before that. Oh, Memorial Day is the week before that
Yes.
because
Yes.
June 1st falls on that Monday. So
Yeah, hers is like the 30-31.
Yeah.
somewhere in there.
I think you're
For
right.
those that do the Italian festival.
Hmm.
that's
Somebody
the end
says
of
Buck is ready for.
Already?
Nick says let's get a competition going up in Montana. Oh,
No. Okay, in the summer.
yeah, Montana in the
See, then you can
summertime.
barbecue, Mark.
It's way
Then
better.
you'd be able to barbecue.
Yes.
Yeah,
Much more better.
That's why we go to Galax. It's nice.
Yeah.
In July, that's the only place you want to cook.
when is the Fargo? Oh, that's like October.
That could be cold. It's most likely going to be cold.
Yeah, they do a KCBS contest, which is an automatic draw. I mean, automatic bid for the
That's how they
jack
get people to show up.
because it's
You gonna do Covington this year? Because you did it last year.
Yeah, doubt it.
Okay.
That one's the 31st of May.
Yes, it is.
I'll be doing drugs.
what?
That time of the year.
Oh, the boat ride. I got you. Let's see what else we got going on. Kale Phelps, what's happening, man?
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah, and by hell yeah. Somebody didn't eat enough tacos.
Yeah, y'all need to eat more tacos.
Eat more tacos.
At least one a piece more.
Yeah. Huh? You already had 2? Who didn't have 2 tacos?
You gonna take a couple for lunch, you man?
Where's your wife at? Why is she not eating tacos?
She just got off of work.
Well, okay.
Well,
If you're going,
Mike Brown said if you're gonna make me.
Yeah, it don't sound like a tick yet, so I'm good. Thank you, gentlemen.
Just you want some more half shell?
Man, that was so good. That is
That's
so
good,
good.
brother.
I just flipped
That
it
was
over
good.
and pulled the half shell off.
I want to taste a little bite of the fish. I'm not a fishy person, but
So it would be a very short time upon us where it will be too hot to do the show out here.
It's coming.
No, we're
It's
going in
coming.
the kitchen.
Yeah, we'll have to. Where
We'll
it's,
have to do ice cream again.
it's 112. Yeah, we'll have to do ice cream again.
Kitchen shows.
kitchen shows.
There,
Thank you,
a
sir.
beautiful little piece of red snapper.
That was
There you
that was
go.
good. That's the best thing out there. Sorry,
It's
Dusty.
beautiful.
That was something.
Good stuff.
Simple, yummy.
It's light. It's not over fishy.
No.
That kind of thing.
I'm always willing to try stuff here because I know it's going to be at least good.
May not be your favorite, but you know it'll at
Correct.
least be good.
Yeah.
Try new things here.
Try new things here for sure.
I love how it like
You figure out
There's
if you go
layers.
someplace and pay
Uh-huh.
for it,
Yeah.
And
And then
then
if you pay for
It's
it,
layered up kind of like a halibut is.
mhm. That's really, really good.
What it?
I
How
like it
many?
exactly
How many Memphis and
Michelle?
Mays are you in a row here? I mean, how many? Besides, not counting 2020
That's
because
really good.
nobody
I like
cooked
it.
2020. But
How many
how
years?
many years?
Like,
How many
we cooked
years?
it? 20. It'd be 4, and this will be 5. So it'll be 5. And it could be 29 years.
Oh my
is
God.
that right?
29 years.
Mm-hmm.
So you were 1996.
Mm-hmm. 96 was the first year.
Angela was 4
That's
years
good.
old.
Good
The last
Lord.
3. But I started in 96 as well.
I started in 96.
Then I got sitting up next to Mark and all those guys in that corner, and we just all had fun.
No, 96, 97, 98, even 90, 99 was the first year that we ever won anything other than Miss Piggy or showmanship.
Yeah.
We won that every year.
Yeah.
I
For a
even
long
found
time.
where you hit the dirt.
Yep,
Have you done shoulder your whole time at Memphis?
yep. All I've ever done shoulder. Never somebody. And it's really not because we don't like cooking the other categories, because for so long it's always been at that one spot, and we were down in on the south end of the park on the river, and we had all of our same neighbors and our own. Everyone had their own little groups where you could get anything that you needed. There was, you knew where everyone was. You knew you already had. It took a few years to figure out where the best places to park up on the hill were, so you get all those places lined out. So it's if you decide to cook ribs, you're gonna be a mile away, and you don't know where anything is. You don't know where to park. You don't know. You're not gonna have all of those connections. So when you change, it seems like no big deal cooking ribs. No, it upsets the balance of everything.
Yeah,
So-
so you went all the way down on the field. Hog was in the middle.
Yep.
Shoulders, like you just said, was always on that south end, and you could figure it out.
That's the reason. It just didn't want to move, or at least move far. They always move you a little bit.
Yeah.
But for the longest time, we were always on the south end, right there by Mike Brown, right there on the corner.
Yeah.
On the corner.
And so it was easy. As soon as you walk down the hill, you're there. You didn't have to keep on walking. You don't get squirreled. You just walk into your site.
We
So-
did.
That's the cool part is and that's why we didn't do anything else. And for the longest time, we didn't cook a lot of ancillaries. We just went in and cooked the shoulder and did our thing.
But now you do all the ancillaries.
And now we're doing all the ancillaries. So we started out doing them and we quit doing them. We're doing them again.
You've
SFD
been
was the
doing
Mexican
well
team
with the
came in.
wings, right?
Yeah. We've been doing wing. We only started doing ancillaries when other people put their hand up and said, "Hey, let's cook this or let's cook that. I'll take care of that." And then so Nikhil White started hanging out with us, and he wanted to cook something. So that's when we started cooking wings, and we started dominating in wings. And so he was always we collaborate and come up with some recipes, but he's the guy that spearheads it all. He spearheads all the ancillaries to make sure
You
that
just
we're
can't
lined
be
out.
anywhere near him when he throws chicken wings. in the
Yeah,
grill.
he's a little dangerous, but he does make it happen, and it takes a team, but Nakia kind of spearheads it all. And that's what it takes. Somebody to spearhead the shoulder, somebody spearhead the ancillaries, somebody spearhead the load in and the load out. It takes a team to do all that. If you try to do it all yourself, you won't make it. You won't make it till Saturday. You'll be just completely drained and won't do any good in the contest.
Yeah, when the Mexican guys came in, they came on the south end too.
Yep.
And they brought in all the beef and stuff, the tallows, and I'm like, oh.
Yeah, first year SMP was on the south end, and they decided to cook whole hog. They were right at the tail end of hog. What?
Feed me.
He's already been fed.
Golly.
Come on. Look, he's
Uh,
wanting to get fed.
I can't remember when exactly I started
Not
my
seeing you again. No.
barbecue thing. I think it's been 20 years, I think. I was cooking with South Fork and barbecue in Memphis and May, and we cooked ribs. We were down on the rib side. That was when it was 150 teams in ribs. You know.
You know what is exciting coming up? I forgot.
What's that?
Joe Wilson is going to Alaska to cook a whole moose on open fire.
On a bed frame.
On a bed frame.
Yeah.
I mean, how
On a
redneck
bed
is it
frame.
getting? That's
A California guy from Arkansas that lives in Arkansas is going to Alaska to cook a moose crucifix style
on a bed frame.
on a bed frame.
Or actually on an old mattress, isn't it?
No, it's a bed frame he bought from Amazon.
Oh, so it's just the frame. He didn't have the box spring.
No. It's just the frame. Like if you were gonna, it's a style that if you don't have to lay a mattress on top of, it's like a metal platform. Exactly. So it ought to be fun. He's gonna have a crew from the Outdoor Channel there, and so
It'll be epic.
it should be.
Things. Joe Wilson, he comes up with some crazy stuff in Alaska.
Yeah,
No bag of squirrels in the middle.
and it's the three. What that 3-eared moose? Did you see the 3-eared moose? You let AI draw you a moose, and it might put 3 ears on that deal.
This dog is starting to get irritated.
What is he doing?
He wants to eat again.
Yeah.
But over here. Cracker's over here.
So it looks like Buck is like fully recovered from his
Surgery.
little procedure he had. He had a little spot taken off of his leg, and
that was a big spot.
it was I
It's
didn't
like
mean
a
to
walnut.
I didn't mean to downgrade it, but it was a good size spot there. So
He's back.
He's
off.
back.
He's in full freak mode again.
and I mean he was running the other day. He saw me. Mark got out of the truck yesterday, and he got out of that truck. He just took off running towards me, and I was like, "Look at old Buck, man!" And look around here. If you're not here at the office, you ever see him like during the day? He'll lay around like he's fixing to, going over the Rainbow Bridge or whatever they call that.
Like, is he breathing?
Like, are you sure? Is he good? And then, man, when it's about time to eat, that dog would jump around and dance for you, and you'd be like, man, this dog looks like he's about 18 months old now. But he's an old boy, but man, he saves up all his energy to do his little dinner dance. I can tell you that.
Okay.
I know how that feels.
I'm like, okay.
Dance for your food. Yeah.
So the other thing coming up in September, speaking of Joe Wilson's World Champion Squirrel Cook-Off.
Yeah, make your plans now.
If you haven't started perfecting your squirrel recipe, Poland, you need to start working on it. You can't get that at the international market.
Yeah.
Oh, never know.
We got to go over here on the hill and take care of that.
Yeah.
We can do that.
We have a pretty good little crop right here in the back, and they're fairly well fed with white oak acorns right here in the back. So it's they have that really nice color to the meat and that white oak pecan flavor.
I like
White oak pecan. There you go. Eyes.
What do you say?
I'll
White
kill
oak
it, you
pecan?
skin
So yeah, it's a lot of fun. And you would be surprised at the level of culinary expertise that is shown at this thing. There is some.
What kind of things have you seen there? Just, I've heard you say, so just refresh my.
So, squirrel ramen, squirrel pho.
Yeah.
There's a lot of Mexican and Asian dishes.
Yeah.
So meaning like there'll be like a squirrel spring roll with squirrel wrapped with a lotus leaf and steamed, and there'll be like squirrel dumplings, not squirrel and dumplings, like pot sticker style dumplings, squirrel rangoons and squirrel creme brulee with candied squirrel bacon on it. They'll have the squirrel cobbler. They'll have
Squirrel ice cream.
squirrel ice cream. And funny enough, they make the squirrel ice cream with the brains.
she's out.
And it is really good. And they didn't tell us that until after we tasted it. They go, hey, you dropped a card, because they put a little recipe card, like a description card with everything. And like that little card, when you open the box, it flipped off and it stuck to the table. And so there was no description. I said, yeah, there's no description on this. And I was like, this ice cream is pretty good. It's a little grainy, but it's pretty good. And they picked it up and squirrel brain
Yeah.
ice cream.
Oh my god.
That grainy was the medulla oblongata.
I was like, I get it. I get it.
Yeah, who thinks of weird stuff like that? Says Daniel Haley.
Oh, and then there was there was also
Stepping on my foot, dog.
there were squirrel. What would they call them? They
The
call them
empanadas?
squirrel oysters, and they were like squirrel testicle burn-ins.
Male species.
And they were- Funny enough, they were pretty good.
Squirrel testicle burn in.
Yeah. So they skinned them and poached them and cold feed them and then like caramelized them. And they're these little nuggets. And the squirrels got some squirrels packing pretty good, right? They were good.
Come on,
They
man.
were good.
Come on.
You gotta try it if you're going to judge. You never know what you're gonna get.
Squirrel nuts.
Yeah.
Good gracious.
Yeah. And
Oh.
then we had like tostada was one thing that one year. It was the winner. It was a tostada. Really good, but it was like elegant.
I'll be out of town.
Second place that year even it was just a homestyle squirrel and donut.
Yeah.
But it was done right, you know.
Yeah.
Everything that does well is elevated. I mean, it's really detailed. But the way they do it different, stop it, dog. Stop. Is that they turn in, like you get 6 judges, they don't enter a box with enough for 6 judges. They turn in 6 boxes.
Yeah.
And when they turn in,
Oh my god.
they turn a stack of boxes in, and that box has an entree and a side and a dessert. Whatever they turn in,
Wow.
is the whole plate is for the judge. So you get to prepare a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
A lot of girls.
But that's a lot of food that doesn't get eaten.
No, but everyone's real careful to make sure that when they cut a piece or they make a taste, that they're using clean utensils so that people can come back behind them and feel like that everything's clean enough that they can try stuff. So we put a grazing table together and everyone can go in and kind of graze at it and pick something off of it and see what they like.
Ever done squirrel dumplings?
Squirrel dumplings, we could make that.
Because it turned out pretty good. with the
Squirrel
way you guys
gumbo,
done it.
squirrel.
Well, we ought to enter this year instead.
What about
It'd be
like
possible.
squirrel parm? Like chicken parm, squirrel parm? Does it make a fillet, a squirrel?
You would have to make like a cutlet out of pieces.
Yeah.
So you would have to debone a bunch of it, and then you could even take like a transglutamase and make you like a patty with it, and you in a cutlet and
But
bread
a
it.
squirrel body doesn't make a fillet.
Nah, it's pretty small critter,
Yeah, tree rat.
It's tree rat.
and
Yep.
it resembles a rat. Yeah.
Don't go hunting by yourself. You'll come home empty sack.
So
So there's all kinds of good stuff. If you decide to do that, you have to get very inventive and use all your culinary wisdom to come up with something to make a tough rodent tender and tasty, you know,
There are a lot
in
of
a short amount of
in
time.
a couple hours.
Rodent and tasty in the same sentence.
Yes, ma'am.
It is. Squirrel's one of the best
Go.
wild games there
Yeah,
is.
yeah, yeah.
lot
For
of
some
R&D.
reason.
I like squirrel.
A lot of R&D.
I've eaten squirrel. I like squirrel. So it's
But some of the dishes that win are the simplest, like the tostada.
Yeah.
So I mean, it was beautiful. Multicolored tortilla, black bean smear on it, you know, with perfect pico de gallo and a little bit of like chipotle sauce, and the meat was super tender and pulled just right on there. I mean, it was a crispy tostada. It was unbelievable.
Yeah.
I mean, you would hope to be able to order something that good at a restaurant. So, go cook the World Champion Squirrel Cook-Off, and enter the World Champion Hot Squirrel Eating Contest.
Hot squirrel eating contest or squirrel cleaning contest?
Squirrel skinning contest.
Fastest squirrel cleaning contest.
Yep. So they have that as well, where you can see who skinned the squirrel the fastest.
My guy Nick, he said we've done chicken fried squirrel before.
That's the oldest. That's like probably the first way I ever had it.
Chicken fried
Chicken
squirrel,
fried squirrel.
little gravy, little rice.
Little biscuit.
Yeah, good.
That's how we grew up eating it, was fried squirrel. You know,
Yeah, man.
it's good eating. And I still to this day is one of my favorites. So try to do that. We were talking about going to Alaska and cooking a KCBS contest in June when it's hot here, but we still haven't really put all that together. I still don't know if it's going to happen.
Yeah, that plane tickets would have been cheaper about 3 months ago.
Yeah. Well, as long as they don't delay your flight.
Yeah, and then push you
Make
back.
you miss your connection.
That's
and,
right.
and Mackinac or somewhere like that.
Mackinac,
Sheboygan.
Sheboygan, Wisconsin.
Wisconsin, Mackinac.
Man, I'm gonna tell you. Mark asked me, said, "What do you think about? Is Fargo everything you thought it was?" And I was like, "Well, I didn't realize it was going to be that flat
And windy.
and windy.
No trees.
I mean, there's absolutely no trees,
Oh no.
but it's flat as the Mississippi Delta, and just kind of very farm
It's ag heavy.
heavy. I mean, there's tractors in the airport.
Oh, yeah.
We were
Like
going down the
inside.
escalator. I said, "Hey, last time I got the escalator, there's a big old tractor and a snowblower up there." He goes, "Really?" Turn the corner, tractor.
Yeah, there's a brand new Bobcat sitting right there. Case International right beside it or something
Funny
like that.
enough, though, they had a big old ski boat right across from it too. I'm like, "I really get to use that like 2
Oh,
months."
pontoon.
Well, no, the year before.
Oh, okay. Well, there's a pontoon right there by the baggage claim.
I'm like,
right?
"No, it was a bay boat." I'm like, "Really?
Yeah.
A bay boat? You get like 2 months of use
I
out of that
don't
up there?"
know that they're, I mean, selling oceanfront property in Fargo, North Dakota would have been a good song too. But huge fields. Yeah, there were some big
Lots
fields.
of lakes coming in,
Oh yes.
Yeah. So,
but they're some of the nicest people, wasn't it?
some of the nicest
man,
people.
aren't they?
Man,
We walked into this grocery store. Where were we? Horschbachers or
Hornbachers.
Hornbachers. And the lady was standing right out there at the front, and we walked in there that morning to go get some eggs and something. We were going to cook some breakfast on a flat griddle, and I walked in and I said, "Hey, how y'all doing?" That woman looked at me like I had two heads.
She goes, "Oh, I can instantly tell you guys are locals."
And she's rolling her eyes. And she says, "You like Fargo so far? There's so much fun stuff to do."
Yeah. And we're getting on the plane coming back, and there's this girls' trip, and they're all going, right? They're all going the same place.
Yeah.
None of them know where they're going. It's a secret mystery trip.
They're going to New Orleans.
Yeah,
but they
but
don't
none of them know what they're doing.
Yeah.
They're going to New Orleans. They're getting on a plane in New Orleans. That's all they know. They got somebody that's organized a whole 3 days worth of stuff for them to do.
Yeah. And there was a bunch of Midwest meemaws up in there.
Midwest Meemaw is right. That's a good, accurate description.
Yeah, it was a bunch of Midwest meemaws. God bless y'all. Hope y'all have a safe trip home. And
Up here cooking for Shields, are you?
are you? We heard about that in the newspaper.
Oh yeah.
We heard about that in the newspaper. God bless y'all. Where are y'all from again?
But they were nice, man.
They were super nice.
Love
They
your
were going
accent
to
there.
New
Huh?
And yeah, they were going to New Orleans. And then what was so funny is y'all remember that show back in the 90s, 80s and 90s, that Wings?
Yeah.
About the small airport.
Love
It's like that.
show.
That was a good show.
North Dakota International Airport is like that.
Spitting image.
All right, so the lady that was sitting there checking your bag at the front is also your agent, putting you on the plane. I mean, it could have been the fact that it was 4:30 in the morning, but it was still the same that it was two people working in that airport for Delta Airlines. And then it was like everybody knew everybody. The guy, there was a veteran behind the coffee shop counter, and hey Fred, how you doing? I'm like, the same people travel out of this airport all the time. It was wonderful, man. But I'm telling you, the same little lady that asked us for our bags and all that, and the man, they were the same two people that got us on that airplane.
Oh yeah.
And then it was a crew from New York on the plane, and they must have thought they were in the middle of nowhere talking to those people from North Dakota. So, but it was a fun time.
That's the biggest city in the state. It's 128,000 people.
Yeah.
That's the biggest.
And
city.
they like there was nothing going on. We left the fairgrounds every night at like 9. We drove through to go straight to the Airbnb where we were staying there was nothing going on. Nothing. Like we didn't ever stop anywhere, but it looked like they rolled the sidewalks up in that town. Didn't it?
Mm-hmm.
It was crazy. But it was fun. We had a good time.
We'll do it again.
Great people. Like you said, great people.
Shrimp tacos. Shrimp taco. Going out.
Thank you.
Shrimp, fish, both.
No, Buck.
We do want to thank everybody that has taken hold of our Texas tornado. It has really been a great rub for us. We've replaced a lot of recipes as our base layer. Texas tornado has just became our base layer for a lot of things.
And it's actually replaces our main ingredient or finishing dust now.
That's right. So it's very useful. It's as useful as a shirt pocket, and just like you can put it on the base layer of your ribs, you can put it on base layer of brisket. It works on pork. It works on brisket. It works on chicken. It works on steak. It's just Texas tornado. I saw it at Piggly Wiggly today.
It's like the Catalina wine.
It's like the Catalina wine. It's got everything. It's got everything, and will make you cry a little bit. So it is just that good. And just pick up a bottle, order it from Sweet Swine of Mine or Boar's Night Out, and we'll get it sent out to you as quick as possible. And
try your little finishing dust with it. I'll tell you how to do it.
Yeah.
Take equal parts of, let's say 4 parts of like your favorite sweet rub. Mine, of course, is sweet rub of mine. And 4 parts Texas tornado, and 1 part of your favorite beef injection powder.
yeah,
And then hit it in a coffee grinder until it turns to straight powder.
yeah,
Put it in a shaker. After you glaze your meat, dust it from afar quite heavily. And then if it doesn't melt in, if you're, sometimes the sauce will have a little tempering to it where it's almost got a impervious layer. Things don't want to soak into it. Then you can just hit it with a little spray of real fine mist of water, and it'll just melt right in.
yeah. It definitely helped me get 11th place in Olive Branch at the Rib Cook-Off Association. Now that I'm saying that, I think I remember being 11th place last year at that same event.
This is the G-Man's favorite
Yeah, because
position.
this year,
See,
South
G-Man.
Haven, he got tied for 12.
Yeah.
So you took over the 11.
Well, last year he cheated, and so I didn't get 10th place because.
Excuse me.
Excuse me,
No
you
rules.
can't. No rules.
No
That's
rules.
where the hashtag no rules came in. Krigler says it's also great on cantaloupe.
That's what he told me on fruit.
Well, I always like salt and pepper on cantaloupe.
I like salt. I've never done the pepper much.
Pepper on
Yeah.
cantaloupe is excellent.
Really?
Oh, it's outstanding.
And so, but I hadn't
Yes.
tried that. I probably would.
I tried.
It's
Yes, sir.
great on eggs. It's great on everything. I just
Weird.
Same thing with I'm sure if you guys have heard of tahine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
We need to make
Yeah.
sure
This
we
is the
bring that.
Mexican version of tahine. Well, I guess
Oh,
tahine's
yeah.
kind of Mexican too, but this is my Mexican's version
Nah.
of tahine. It's called chapinque.
Oh, sure.
Chapinque.
Yeah,
It's
good.
famous mountain over Monterey,
Oh.
and so they name it chapinque, and it's like tahine on steroids.
Oh, wow.
And that's what's on the fruit on the top of the taco.
Oh, wow.
It has lots of lime
Yeah.
and almost like you know what chamoy is?
Yeah.
So it has like a chamoy aroma. So it's a little sweet and has lots of
Yeah.
chili and lime.
Mm-hmm.
So it's
And
yummy
if you-
stuff. So if you haven't done tahine on fruit,
Oh, yeah.
take tahine and put it on fruit.
But
if you
pepper
wanna-
on cantaloupe?
Yep.
Really good. Tahine
She
is
likes
really
it.
good on any fruit.
Yeah. And
You have that one, hadn't you, Jimmy?
Pepper on
And also
cantaloupe.
something that's good on fruit is
that's the only way I
chamoy, along with
Yeah.
the tahine.
Mhm.
But really good on mango and peaches and all that
Mango,
good stuff.
I'd like to show you what came in first at Olive Branch Rib Cook-Off Association. That would be the Pit Crews Victory Dust.
That's right.
Yes, sir.
Tell them
The
what old Mr.
Godinez over there.
What old Mr. Todd pulled off over there. That was pretty good
Todd
deal.
pulled off a 2 out of 3 sweep of
He
the
did.
unique wings and the ribs.
First
And
place in both.
first place in both. And
Show
That's
it
pretty
off.
strong.
Yes, good stuff.
he
That's
showed.
strong.
He showed.
Hey,
Beat you.
No, you didn't. Austin did. You didn't do anything.
Hey, Ashley, the picture
I think-
also had third in ribs,
Nice.
Yeah, third in ribs,
second in wings.
second in wings. Traditional.
Yeah, where's Jenny? What
That
did you
was
do?
Jessica.
It depends
I
on
got-
which contest it is.
Which
This
one? That's South Edge.
Oliver and
Oliver.
No, hey man, I got ready pizza and chicken,
the one at
okay?
the track. The one at the
Fish
track.
and
In
chicken.
case you don't know.
Hey, Ashley.
Hey, if G-Man gets angry, you can't understand it for real, dude.
Put that big crew in the grind too. It's magic.
Yeah, if you grind it up, this is a
Oh,
good. This is good on your finishing dust too. This right here. All right,
Time about up.
man. Yeah. Hey, but also thank you to Boards Night Out. They help us out with things like the software that you see us do these lives on, and where it broadcasts out to all the different channels. At one time, they help us out with that, and man, that's it. We want to thank them for their support. People like the good people at B&B Charcoal, Icy Tech Coolers, that kind of thing.
Thermopent.
Thermopro.
Dermapro, that's right. There's a lot of folks that put a lot of trust in us with their products to use their stuff and represent them, and we thank you.
Yeah. And if there's something that you would like us to see us review or give our opinion or use it on camera somewhere, just let us know, and we'll try to get that information and get that product and see how we can use it and let you know more about it.
Mhm.
So, but we really like ThermPro makes some great product.
So far, I've been using it. It's awesome. Love
Yeah. And
it. We just been using the handheld, but we're going to try out some of those.
you got wired probes, you got wireless probes.
Yeah, I'm going to stick to the wires at Memphis in May. It's a little more reliable.
Well, when you don't have access to Wi-Fi, it can be tricky using the wireless things. The wireless has antennas that are powered by not only Bluetooth but a Wi-Fi sort of programs, and so it extends the range of those wireless probes. If you don't have that, then a lot of times those signals don't bounce out of your pit like they should. And so wireless probes are going to be better, especially if you don't have a rotisserie. Wire probes are going to be better, especially if you don't have a rotisserie. You wouldn't want to use it in a rotisserie of any
They're not
sort.
as convenient, but they're more reliable.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
That's the key whenever you're at Bad World Championship is reliability.
That's right. Consistency, reliability. You can check it. Make sure to, and before any competition, big, small, or indifferent, check your batteries and all that stuff. Check your temperatures. Put it in a glass of ice water. Make sure it's boiling water. Make sure the cold temp's set 32 degrees. Make sure it's 212 degrees at boiling point. All that kind of good stuff. Check it both ways. Make sure it's not off. Just some pro tips. If your temperatures are off,
Have extra batteries.
If your temperatures are off, you're off. That's just the main part about it. Temperature is so important, so vital in our barbecue cooks and our steak cooks. Anything that we do, it has to be so precise, and there's nothing better. You gotta have new batteries. You gotta make sure those batteries are charged. If they are, you got to make sure those temperature probes are calibrated like they should be.
Y'all also come by there. We're going to be doing demos at the Home Depot stage on Thursday, and demos on Friday with OWS out there demoing our rub and our sauce and stuff like that too. So
That's at Memphis in May. We have a whole nother crew that's going to be at Smoke Slam. There will be Cook's Church at Smoke Slam. There will be Cook's Church at Memphis in May.
Yep.
So we gotten that all covered up. And
Funny enough, the president of Memphis and May walked up at Springfest and says, "Hey, are y'all doing that church again? I missed it last time."
Awesome. Awesome. Yes, we are. We are doing that church again. We'll probably be around the judge's tent.
It'll be right in front of the judges. Yeah.
Right in front of the judge's tent
Building.
and registration there. And then at Smoke Slam, it will be at tent number 303. And that is the home of the pit crew.
Oh yeah.
And so that's where Cook's Church will be at Smoke Slam, 7 o'clock Saturday morning, right there on the banks of the beautiful Mississippi River. And then across the way at Tiger Lane, we'll be at the judge's building, right in front of the judge's building. And I would assume about that same time, 6:30, 7 o'clock,
I think. Yeah.
we'll make sure it's happening. So, and we'll get word out on that, make a pamphlet out and or a post about that. So
That's right.
Mark Lambert, got anything else?
Man, I'm all out of ideas.
Today was a National Day of Prayer. I want to tell you that I'm so thankful that I live in a place like Olive Branch, Mississippi, that had this National Day of Prayer ceremony where nobody labeled themselves as a certain denomination or anything. They came out together. We came out together as a community and prayed together and prayed for the different levels of our community, whether it be the government, whether it be the media, whether it be families, educators, police officers, law enforcement, first responders. We prayed for all those things separately. The mayor was there. Aldermen were there. And it was just great to see. We did it on the front lawn of City Hall. And it was a great day for the community.
Mm-hmm.
But I want to let you know that even though that there is a National Day of Prayer, I want to let you know that every day should be a day of prayer, of how we walk in our lives daily and be in constant contact with the Creator.
It's how you stay tuned in.
It's how you stay tuned in, man. And if something, like I said before, if something was wrong with something you bought, what would you do? You would call technical support. So if something's going on in your life you're not sure how to handle, call the Creator. Call on the Creator. Call the technical support. Stay in tune with Him, and He's the only one that can make it
ain't gonna
right.
always be as easy as Control Alt Delete.
No.
It ain't always that easy.
Yeah.
But occasionally it all works out, and you're like, it's working again. Well, what'd you do to fix it? I don't know. It's just working.
It's just working. But make sure we stay in tune with Him and rely on Him to guide our path. And all those, and what you may think is a bad day might just be a bad 15 minutes. And we just need to pick ourselves up and let God brush us off and keep on going and know that God is behind us. God is with us. God is all in front of us, fighting battles that we have not even seen yet. So I am so thankful for our National Day of Prayer, but also I want to encourage you to stay in that prayer for the rest of for tomorrow, the rest of the week, the rest of the year, the rest of your life.
And don't think that prayer has to last 5 minutes.
No.
It can last 5 seconds.
Yeah, that's right. But the Bible tells us to be in a state of constant prayer, always open conversation and communication with the Lord. So thank y'all so much for watching. God bless you. We're fixing to go to that prayer right now and communicate with the Creator. And I just think that's one of the coolest things we can do. We usually have popsicles at this time. We're still not eating popsicles. I don't know when we'll get back to that. But we had fish.
One of these days.
Fillets and something. I don't know. Pickles and prayer. Pork rinds and prayers. I'm not really pork rind.
They got to have some kind of dip on them or something, too.
Taquitos and prayer.
I don't think so.
I am.
All right. I'm out on that deal. But I will always be in the mood to pray. So let's bow our heads, take our hats off, and we'll go.
Christian fellowship.
Our gracious Heavenly Father, Lord, thank you for this day. Thank you for this time together. Lord, we thank you for loving us. Thank you for your grace and your mercy, Lord. Lord, just be with our nation as today we celebrate a National Day of Prayer, Lord. Just be with our officials, be with our administrations, be with our leaders. And Lord, just protect them and Give them peace, and Lord, give them the strength to use you as a guidance of all their decisions, Lord. Thank you so much again for loving us. Thank you for making a way to die on the cross for us so that we may live with you for eternity. Lord, just remind everyone that it's not nothing we did. We can't add to it. We can't add to the gift of salvation you've given us, Lord. Thank you for being enough. Thank you for forgiving us when we fail you, because we do daily. And thank you for loving us when we don't deserve it. In the precious name of Jesus, I pray. Amen.
Amen.
Y'all have a great day. God bless you. We will be back next week. Is there any way we can probably talk to Brandon and Michelle, maybe?
Let's see if we can get them on the books.
All right. We try to do that every year. We try to do that right before Memphis in May. And we'll try to see if we can get that done next week. But anyway, we're going to be here. We're not traveling for a while. God bless you. Hey, love God and love people as always. For Mark Lambert, my name is Ashley Henson. Y'all come back and see us next time. Y'all have a great week. God bless.